boy Bubba Dub, and I want y'all to go to YouTube right quick. Yeah, go to the Icon Academy. It's hosted by my boy Z-Dogg and DJ Zirk. They out of Memphis. They got one of the throwiest podcasters on the internet right now. They based out of Memphis, the Icon Academy. Go to YouTube right now, subscribe and watch them, man.
Hey, man, you already know what time it is. Your boy DC Young Fly, man. Shout out to Z-Dogg and DJ Zirk, you did. Make sure you tune in to their podcast, Icon Academy Podcast. Fuck you, man, you did.
Welcome back to another episode of Icon Academy, man. I'm your host Z-Dogg and
DJ motherfucking Zirk in the building.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all see who we got, man. We got King JC in the
King
building
JC,
today, man.
what's
going on? Give it up for him, man. Give it up for him, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
King JC, man. What you been on to, JC?
Man, life has got me, you know.
Yes, sir.
I know.
That's understandable.
Yep. I know a lot of folks been wondering where I was, and it's been years. I've been away from the game. I actually did put a mix CD out about 7 years ago or so.
Okay.
And that was with DJ Trick, and which you remember DJ Trick, because that's back when you came to the studio back in the day. That was
I ain't quite sure. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So I'm actually never really quit messing with Trick. We go way back. He's done most of my production my whole career, so always messing with him. But just life happens,
right?
And I stepped away. He kept working, he kept going, but man, it's been a hard run.
Man, when did you start rapping? Back in there, what year was it when you started, man, doing it?
It started rapping maybe mid '80s.
Okay.
I was in Boston, Massachusetts when I started. I was exposed to hip hop at an early age, man.
Right.
With New York just being right down the highway from Boston, we got a hold of it early on. So the whole culture of break beats and hip hop, from break dancing to DJing to graffiti writing, all those elements of
a lot of what these kids don't understand today.
Yeah.
A lot of this real hip hop. A lot of that went together, you know, breakdancing, like you said, graffiti. All that stuff was a part of hip hop. Now it's just straight hustling rap.
Yeah, that's right.
Give me your money.
That's right.
Man, how was it coming up in the '90s, man, in Memphis, though? So when did you? How did you start? You said you was where you was at when you started in the '80s in Memphis? Boston. So when did you come to Memphis and put it down?
Okay, so after Boston, I went to Albuquerque. And that's where I was in middle school and then into high school. Didn't finish high school in Albuquerque, came to Memphis. And so that was 93? 93, yeah, late 93.
When you came to Memphis, what was going on in Memphis, man? Who was out doing the music when you came?
Man, this guy right here was. I know that. I remember Zirk.
Too big for life, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one of the first Memphis tapes that I had got.
So was it a heavy influence on you to proceed with because I'm sure when you was in Boston or whatever, you had a probably different style, different flow. So was it like, okay, I gotta switch this up?
Absolutely. Well, first I go from Boston to Albuquerque, and then I take those old battle rhymes to Albuquerque, and nobody was rapping in Albuquerque at the time.
You're right.
And so it was very few, but because Albuquerque is such a big Latino culture out there, there's a lot of low riding and that scene. So you did have some artists that were doing some music, but it was more like the low rider style music. And so when I came to Memphis, it was cool because man, I was hearing stuff I just hadn't heard before. A different sound, and it was very different. Be 100% honest, some of it had to grow on me. Because I was used to more the lyrical battle and the break beat. And so when I heard some of the flows at first, I really was confused by it. But then, man, you start to listen to it, and it almost puts you in that state of mind where it's like, oh man, wow, this is music, man. These are flows, and it's smooth, and man.
See, but you know, Memphis was, you know, hip hop really once upon a time. You know what I'm saying? It's just at a point in time, you know, me and Squeaky in a way felt like we weren't getting respected from New York doing their style.
That's very true. Very true.
So, you know, it's like, man, we got to do something different. So that how sound and stuff that the rhythm and all that stuff really actually came about. Trying something else new. Trying really what was us. That's what happened.
Well, I mean, you got to admit, Memphis was completely unique in music. And so y'all did come up with something completely different than what the East Coast was doing, West Coast, and even in the South. Memphis had its own sound.
Right.
Which it is funny how it goes full circle. It's almost like East Coast, West Coast today have been influenced by Memphis. It all sounds like Memphis now.
You're right.
It's so crazy, ain't it, man? It's crazy. And I've been telling people that for a long time, how the industry just shift. You know what I'm saying? To how they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like I'm listening to music today and I'm like, how in the hell it still sound the same way from 15, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when is music actually gonna grow? You know what I'm saying? They just got us stuck right there. You know what I'm saying? Because artists really can't be true artists anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're not a true artist anymore. And people don't understand that, so they just giving people, I call it the hustle rap. Give me your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you anything you want to hear so I can get your money.
It's all, you know, everybody businessmen now. They don't got the talent. Just like I saw Mike Tyson say the boxing game ain't the same now because he was an animal, he was a killer. Now that Floyd Mayweather and them, and they businessmen. It's just all business now. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, man.
You know, because I mean, to me, I'm like, why would he fight this, whatever this guy name he fighting? I'm like, that don't make no sense to me. It's like when he put the kickboxer into a damn boxing ring. I'm like,
it's about that money now. You know?
Absolutely.
You get in that cage with him, that would have been a different story. It would have been a different story.
For real.
So, who all you worked with before, man?
Man, going back, I guess, to the early days of when I came to Memphis, the way I got plugged in to the Memphis scene was there was a brother named Oscar Barnes out of Frazier, OB Records.
I remember Oscar.
Oscar.
I think somebody killed him, right?
They did. Yeah, that's pretty much was the end of me working with him. There was some
on the hill. He stayed on the hill.
Over in Frazier.
I think
Portland and Oak.
Over the crossing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hated that, man. Rest in peace, Oscar Barnes.
You
know what I'm saying? I worked with him too, man. It was like, it's crazy. Some guys run up there, I think, try to rob his studio. Something I heard. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't know all the details of it, but I remember when it happened. It was around 97.
A long time.
It was a long time
about
ago.
96, 97.
Yeah, but go on.
No, it's all good because I'd love to have that conversation.
You go back a memory, man.
This is memory lane here.
Right.
Y'all bringing back memories for me. So,
what you said?
Oscar Barnes was the first in Memphis. He wasn't a rapper, but he wasn't even a producer. He had a studio. He was the businessman. And but he had a lot of producers and rappers that messed with him. So one of the first producers I worked with, well, there was a DJ Derek Bogart. He was making tracks. There was a DJ Z was making tracks, and DJ Spanish Fly was coming through and tracking. So I cut a song with Spanish Fly. So that was one of the first features that I did with an artist out of Memphis.
Spanish Fly.
DJ Spanish Fly.
Because I do remember your tape, your CD back in the days. You had a lot of features on, man. I'm like, man, this guy is doing songs with everybody. He got like everybody on his songs, man.
Some everybody, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just loved working with everybody, kind of like what you doing now. I mean, that's what I love to do, and I'm all about networking, working with those folks who mess with you. If they mess with you, I mess with you.
Right,
you know,
right, true
so,
that.
Exactly, man. For real.
But yeah, and Lady J was part of that label with Oscar.
Lady J still out right now, man. She's still around doing music, man.
Yeah,
I think I just saw her on that Wicked show. She was doing that one take thing. She was just on that, man. She still be making moves out here too.
Oh yeah.
We supposed to be getting her on the show too, man. Shout out to Lady J, man.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Lady J.
Yes, sir.
Man, we used to rock a lot of shows together, just traveling all through Mississippi, West Tennessee, Arkansas, just tri-state area, really.
Right.
Yeah. And just used to rock a lot of shows, travel, just try to get our tapes out there and rock shows and get our name out there. That's what we used to do.
Was it hard getting your name out there, dealing with all the top-notch rappers like Zirk and Skinny Pimps and and DJ Pauls and Juicy J's? And was it kind of hard getting your name out there when you had all these elite motherfuckers already here doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I first got to Memphis, I think Paul and them were more in the clubs doing the DJ stuff. I don't remember them having music out, but I mean, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they had tapes, but when I really remember the tapes hitting all the stereo stores, Mr.Zee's, all that, Car Toys and Whitehaven, man, it just exploded quick. Man, they started putting tapes out, and man, I just started hearing DJ Paul, Juicy J, all 3-6, just hearing that name all the time. And then that does get hard, because then the city and even outside the city focuses on a brand, and that's what happened. I think Zirk, Squeaky, Al Capone, Gangsta Pat, all them cats were established artists, and so everybody knew y'all already. Right. And so to answer your question, it was difficult to get your name out there for sure.
I think you still got a cover up at the Mr.Zee's.
I saw it to him today.
Now that I couldn't believe.
I saw it to him today, man. On your video, you were showing I had paused and took a screenshot showing nothing under there.
That's unbelievable.
You got King JC up there.
Yeah, I think you got one of your originals up there.
Yeah, so you know what, kid? You was up there with them too. You feel me, man? You was up there with them too.
That's a long time ago.
It was King JC, it was Zirk, 3-6. Everybody was on there. And you was on there.
I remember back going to the stereo stores, because you remember Stewart. We all messed with Stewart back in the day. That's where we got our tapes.
And then I think you was the only white dude rapping back then, man.
No, it was another little white dude.
It was back then?
I forgot his name. Yeah, it was another little white dude. I can't think of his
Yeah,
name.
he wasn't making no noise like JC was.
Well, something happened before he got kind of started.
Yeah, okay.
He got his stuff took him too.
Oh, okay.
Man. Well, I don't want to step in anything here, but man, you bring that up, and I'll say that I don't know how long ago you did an interview with Shelby Forrest.
I had them on here too. Yeah. I thought they was one of the first white rap groups out of Memphis.
They was around too.
But
they were around.
JC was out before them.
Hey.
Well, Mac Devious, that brother, actually said that in that interview, and I'm gonna be honest, that shocked me. That shocked me because you know how it is in the hip hop world, in the rap world, the whole what do they call it? Crabs in a barrel, where everybody pulling each other down, and that's how I've dealt with a lot of that. And so to hear him do that blew me away. I said, "Wow, that's a real brother right there." I was shocked.
Shout out to Devious, man.
Yes, man. Shout out to Devious and
exactly.
That's right. And I will never forget that long tail conversation we had in that parking lot at the gas station on 51 in Fraser. So DVS, man, I'd love to get at you and catch up with you, because it's been years. That was before he ended up getting locked up.
Yeah, it's my guy, man. I fuck with Shelby Forrest for sure, man.
You gonna drop anything new, or what?
Well, I've been away a long time.
Right.
And I thought it was over for me.
Right.
You know, I'm living my life, got my family, my kids, and doing that. And then, but I still kept in touch with DJ Trick. And so I would check in on him, get on the phone with him, or I swing through his house. And man, he didn't talk to me back into the studio.
Cause you just stopped, man. It's like when it's like King JC like just gone.
Yeah.
It's like he was doing some music and he like just went off the fucking radar, man.
Yeah.
It was like years too. It's been some years.
Yep.
Since you been gone, man. What made you like just say fuck the music, man? Just stop it, man. You just got tired of it, or what?
Multiple things. One, y'all brought up with the business.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the business.
I hated the business.
I love the art. What you were talking about, the art of the music. I love making music.
Right.
I love writing. I guess for some of the folks that are watching, just to kind of update them on that. Some people know about it, but man, I had a real hard marriage, man. It was bad, and it got bad, and once that got bad, things just spiraled and got worse. But I ended up losing a son, my firstborn son. He was junior. He was JC Junior, you know, and man, that was hard. That was hard. So it took me some time to heal from that, and that was a tough thing. So yeah, next thing you know, years just start passing you.
Yeah, it's true.
The beard get longer and you get a little more weight.
I understand, man. I'll tell you, man.
But I know you since the years went by that you noticed that the Memphis rap scene is like starting to take off again. You like, hey, damn, this shit is about to, the Memphis shit is back popping. Memphis is hot again. Did you know? Because I'm pretty sure you noticed it because Memphis has a lot of artists in the game that's like top notch. Goddess, you got the Money Bag Yo's, you got all these folks. You feel me, man?
Yeah.
That's in the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you when I started noticing that was I got involved in ministry.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was I went to Bible college and everything. Which I don't know. We have time to talk about some of that.
Oh, you good.
There was some old school Memphis cats up there, and that actually were in Bible college with me. So I had good conversations with them. But I did notice once I started working for a ministry, and we deal with the youth in Memphis, and have a sports league, and so the first gym I worked at, where we do basketball and we share the gospel with the kids and after school program. It was the kids who started talking about these names like Dolph, which Dolph was in the neighborhood where I was, and he used to shoot videos out in front of our gym. And then he'd be involved at the gym too, like he'd bring stuff up there and donate, and he did a lot in that community over in Castelia area. Yeah. And so there was that. Squeaky came through there, so I had a chance to talk with Squeaky a little bit when he came through to Magnolia, and that I started hearing names like that. And there was another guy. I think they were talking about a guy named Don Tripp at one point.
Don Tripp. Yeah.
But then here I just feel old because I'm like, I don't know these cats. I know Zirk, I know Squeaky, but then it's like Squeaky producing these cats. So I'm like, okay, it start to connect, and then I start hearing some of their stuff. I'm like, yep. So Memphis is still doing stuff, putting out new artists. There's a new generation of artists coming out, and it's good to see Memphis still moving and doing stuff. At the same time, to see the old school artists and the pioneers of Memphis rap still doing stuff. That's amazing to me. I've been seeing Tom Ski around, which I stayed in touch with him a little bit through the years as well. And man, this my brother right there.
Shout out to Tom Ski, man.
Yes, mad shout out to Tom Ski. But the
slickest player.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's my guy Ski.
Oh yeah, man.
For real.
But yeah, so that's how I started hearing about some of the newer names. You
think about getting back in the studio, dropping some new shit?
I actually did start doing that over the past couple months.
Yeah, say that, man.
Yeah, DJ Trick, he's something else. He talked me back into it. Now it's different. Now I'll say the way I talked to him and told him that I'd definitely be willing to get things rolling again. But I'm older. I got a family. Man, I've been in ministry, so I'm just a different mindset. And so, man, I wanted to do more live instruments and a little more mature sound, just as I've gotten older. And I moved out to the country about a year year and a half ago, a little over a year ago, and just been exposed to different things out there, and so some of that started coming through the music, and I'm talking with DJ Trick about it. Trick's like, man, I'm born and raised in the country. You know, Trick grew up out there near Humboldt area, and so yeah, exactly that whole area, Jackson, Humboldt, Gadsden, Brownsville, and so man, that was his stomping grounds before he came to Memphis. Now he'd been in Memphis 20-some years, 24, 25 years, but he grew up in that, so he understood, you know, what that sound would be, and throughout the years he even done a lot of that music. He had a song called Back to the Boonies that he did, and man, we thought it was
like a country type
rap. It was
rap.
country rap. Strictly that. It's really just a combination of different sounds with live instruments, and we still got them old Memphis beats, you know, but over some guitar playing, whether it be like a southern rock or a country blues, or you know, just kind of mixing that stuff in there. And so, but what we've been doing is cool. It's different.
All right, so I want to know, when you was in Memphis rapping, what part of town you was like rapping? Because I was in North Memphis. I was rapping North Memphis. You was in South Memphis too?
I was in Whitehaven.
You was in Whitehaven. Okay. Who else was out there in Whitehaven?
Well,
DJ Paul.
Yeah. So Paul lived right. I stayed in Southern Hills.
Yeah. Okay.
Paul. Well, I'm not gonna say where folks live, but he was right behind. So, without saying any street names.
Right around the block.
Endo G did too.
Endo G.
Endo was my dog. I actually signed with Endo's label at one point, and but really all that came out of that was a compilation. Down South Ballin'. I was on that. That was 97, 98.
That was the one we watching earlier. That green light.
No, Al put that out.
Al Capone put that out.
That was Memphis Drama.
Okay, Memphis Drama. Yeah. Memphis
and when he did the first or the second one, he put a little tour together of all the rappers, and I remember touring, and Yo Gotti was on that tour with us, and I remember being on the stage with him, and he was kind of the new artist at the time. He was just starting to really blow, and it was cool because we had the old cats. It was me, Tomsky, Al, DJ Trick was up there with us, a bunch of the old school Memphis cats, and then here you have Yo Gotti, and I remember rapping my verse and then passing the mic over to him, and then him ripping and getting after it. In the response from the crowd, I was like, I knew there was something about him where they really liked him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And boy took all the way off.
Yeah, he sure did.
Took all the way off, man.
Yeah.
For real. Hey, do you still go by King JC? Because I was looking for you online. I couldn't find you on Instagram as King JC. Yeah. Somebody sent me a new that like, man, he don't even go by King JC no more.
Yeah, I don't. It's just my name. Well, my name's Jeff Cage, but I've just been going by J Cage.
J Cage, okay.
But see, I'm in a group now with DJ Trick, so it's not even about putting a name out. We're promoting the group, which is called West 10, the number 10 for West Tennessee, since we're out there more in the country, but we still want to represent the whole West Tennessee. Because what I'm seeing is Tennessee is on the map, and there's a genre of hip hop I never knew about. And when we started doing this, I didn't even know it was there, but I'm starting to discover this. You got Middle Tennessee and East Tennessee, and you got these country rappers from Middle Tennessee and East Tennessee blowing. I mean, blowing up on another level. Y'all ever heard of Ryan Upchurch?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that dude is just putting numbers out there. That's just, I don't know.
I think I seen one of his videos.
Yeah, he big, man. And so they're doing stuff over there. So we're looking at West Tennessee, and we want to be able to rep where we from. In West Tennessee, and we have Memphis. I mean, Memphis is huge when it comes to hip hop. I mean, we were doing, Memphis was rapping before Nashville was. You know, we were. I mean, the stuff.
It's not also true though, but you know.
So I remember Pistol back in.
Pistol, man, back in 95, 96. Pistol for real.
It's just Nashville really wasn't known for it because they not a sound that's recognizable, you know.
Yeah, so there were local.
Yeah.
They was doing stuff.
Doing pretty damn good, you know.
Okay.
In the east side of Tennessee, you know.
Okay, I remember Pistol, and
No, it go way even before Pistol.
So Cool Daddy Fresh and those guys?
Man, you can go past Cool Daddy Fresh. You know, I can't remember a lot of them guys' names, but they was really getting major deals. And,
really?
Yeah, but they was still stuck somewhere because Nashville wasn't reckon, nobody didn't really who they were. We built the underground by ourselves. So people can recognize us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you gotta think about sticking somebody out there with a major deal who knows them, you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta look at NWA, even they came from the hood.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Pistol signed to Ruthless Records.
Yeah, Pistol signed
in '93.
And
I remember reading in the source where the source said last year 8 Ball and MJG put Tennessee on the map from Memphis. Now it's Nashville turn. I remember reading that in the source and thinking, wow, that's...
I mean, it's talent up there. I just think, they was just, they didn't have what Memphis had.
Yeah.
And Memphis didn't have what they had was the major labels.
That's right.
We had the underground more and they just had major labels up there.
That's right.
So, if it was totally switched around, man, it would have been hellified different.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, man. That's cool.
It's crazy, man, how things work, man. You know, it's crazy.
I love your knowledge on the history of that stuff because, man, it does bring back memories for me. And I'm not as up on the Nashville scene, but I mean that's cool. If there were dudes doing it before, Cool Daddy Fresh, Pistol, those guys, man, I would love to.
Everybody about around the same time, except a lot of them guys really had major deals.
Right.
They had major, and we was just in the street with it. It was just only two difference, of it really was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's for sure, man. King JC, man. So you say you finna bring out something though? You finna bring out something for the fans soon?
We actually dropped the first single. It's called Walking in Memphis.
Okay.
We shot a video down on Bill Street, and that should be dropping by next week. We put on the chorus. We got a guy named Marty Ray Project, and this dude's big, and so he's so busy. It's been hard to get him in the video. So we had to shoot the video without him, and he's supposed to be here this weekend in Memphis. Shoot his part, and then hopefully we can have it out by next week.
Man, let the fans know where they can find you if they can check out this new video you about to drop, man. Let them know where they can find you so they can keep in contact with you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, if you go anywhere online, West 10 Music, it's West and 10, West the number 10, so west10music.com. We got a website that has all our social media links, everything on there. Just bear with us, because man, we old school cats, and it's a learning curve. All this social media and streaming digital stuff, that's a new game. So we're just figuring that out right now. I mean, I'm used to, hey, load the trunk up, let's ride, let's pop this trunk on folks, and that's how we did it back in the day. So,
right, hand to hand.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, man.
Hey, boy, niggas just don't know, man. We see it all the time, man. How we try to spend that money to go places, man.
You on social media and anything?
Yeah.
Tell them where to find.
All right, so we got an Instagram account. It's under West 10 Instagram, West 10, and I have a personal Facebook page that I hadn't been on Facebook much, but so that's limited right there. I'm not on there much, but we also have a West 10 page on Facebook. We have the YouTube channel is really where I would love to see folks go, because we actually got some video behind the scenes stuff on there of us in the studio working on a new album.
For sure.
We got behind the scenes video footage of the video in Walking in Memphis. Yeah. So
y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. So I'm gonna make sure I put the links in the description, man, so y'all can go check all his sites out, my Instagram, YouTube. I'm gonna make sure y'all get there.
Yeah. If we could get the subscriptions up on YouTube, that'll help us out a lot. So I appreciate that.
Subscribers always help, man, for real.
King JC, now what you call?
J Cage.
J Cage, man.
But nobody need to really know that. Remember, West 10.
West 10. That's what he promote. West 10, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on Icon Academy, man. Chopping it over.
Man, absolutely.
We're gonna see y'all again, man. Tell a friend, man. Subscribe, man. Press that bell, man.
Subscribe.
For real, we're gonna get with y'all in a minute, man.